No longer have to state my name. Just call me, I don't know, dope boy or something.
No, I'm becoming dope boy. I can say I'm dope boy. I don't sell no dope, but they be calling me the dope boy. I'm a type of dude that'll hit them in the heart.
Good afternoon, welcome to That's Your Opinion, Not Mine. My name is Chris. Tez is floating about over there as per usual. And we've got a great guest today. We've got Danny Rhym3z. Thanks, Danny, for coming in today.
You too, man.
How you doing today, Dan?
I'm great.
Good.
I'm having a good day. Yeah.
Good. No, thanks for coming down. Really appreciate it. We're just
you're
going to,
welcome.
I think we've done an album review, I think last year at some point.
Yeah, last year during COVID, the peak of
during
COVID.
Yeah, that rubbish time.
Yep.
So yeah, we're just going to go through a few bits and bobs, some questions. Don't worry, it's not an interrogation. Don't worry.
Yeah,
You're all right, mate.
I ain't done nothing.
There's no comment.
Yeah, no comment.
No, that's good. So yeah, we're just going to kick it off with how did you become Danny Rhym3z, hence the name, and why a rapper?
Well, I started writing lyrics when I was like 7, 8 years old. Around the time 8 Mile come out. I had a best mate who I grew up with, lived on the same estate. Grew up with, we watched 8 Mile together, and then at the end they did that, like, you know, the rap battle scenes. Right at the end, I remember feeling like the goosebumps of them. I imagine how that feels. And yeah, me and my mate started writing lyrics down, dissing each other, and we were just having little battles. And there was just something in me that kind of, I don't know what it was. I just took to it. Like, I just kept writing every single day, even as a kid. Obviously, at first, I didn't know who I was as a rapper, so I was pretending to be like Eminem or Chameleonaire or all that stuff that was around that time. So, yeah, from there on, I just couldn't stop. Really, it was in me, like, you know what I mean. So, yeah, man, pretty much it. But then, yeah, as I got older, I started recording. Obviously, I've been under like a couple of names when I was younger, because you got to go through sort of that thing of finding
Discovery.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
What's your other names? Give us
no. The first name was I think it was like Daffers, and the reason why it was Daffers is because I was actual a nickname from friends that called me. Like, it started from when I was like 7 or 8 years old. I used to go to a Friday church club sort of thing when I was really young, and I was always like, we used to play like Manhunt and all that, and they'd always find me in the daffodils. I'd always duck in the daffodils and all that, always. That was my only hiding place, so they used to call me Daffers. They shortened it to Daffers, so I took that name. And then obviously as I got older, I kind of got, like, Daffers kind of got quite a buzz, to be fair, around that time. So I was about 15, 16, 17 at this point. And then it sort of got a bit peak, and I ended up serving some time in jail. And then while I was in jail, you know, everyone just called me Danny Rhym3z, like, because I was the only writer. Like, the guy in the exercise yard, we'd be rapping all this, and then because I didn't tell them what my name was, they just called me Danny Rhym3z, because I was Danny and I rhymed. So, and it stuck, you know. And then I started writing the serious music as I got out and I was like, this is what I want to do. And that's it.
Quality. Yeah. It's nice to know. Thanks for opening up as well. You know,
yeah, that's all right, man. I don't mind talking about it.
Good. Yeah, rap music. I've listened to your music, and I've listened to a lot of it. We've done reviews, whatever. And how's the rap music, whether it's music listening to or creating your own, has helped you with your anxiety and depression, or anxiety and depression? Because in your lyrics you do speak about, you know, mental health, anxiety, depression, which is quite humble, because a lot of people like to steer clear, but you really are impressionable, and you really do. So how does it help you with, you know, focusing on what you need to do? I
think, well, I would, like you said, people tend to steer clear from it. I did up until last year. So when COVID hit, that's when my anxiety got really bad. So I was having major panic attacks, ambulances out, thinking I was dying, and I was getting, like, not violent, but aggressive towards people, towards objects. Not like physically aggressive towards people, but like towards objects, and I was kicking doors off my house, and like, because no one was listening, and like everyone was laughing at me. It felt like everyone was laughing at me and stuff. So when I sat down to, do you know what, I'm going to write something, it really opened up doors and opened up a new light that I saw. So I was working on an album about it. Obviously it didn't come to light. Obviously we'll probably talk about that, but you know, it helped a lot. You know, it's my anxiety's calmed right down. You know, I bought my own studio. Well, my missus did. Shout out to her. She bought me a studio, and then so I get that alone time myself, and it's really just calmed me down. Like it's helped me find, you know, it's all right to be scared, and it don't make you less of a man to be scared. And if I write, then maybe there's other people out there who are still in that, you know, and closed off. And they feel like they have to be a man and, like, you know, masculine, and you have to hide your emotions. When if someone like me comes out who's a rapper, you know, it might help them to think, actually, no, it's all right. Like, it's all right to get help or ask for help, you know.
Sometimes you have to be vulnerable, and
I have to be vulnerable to help other people, including myself.
Of course,
you know
and all that macho, you know.
Yeah, there's no point in that. It don't help.
It doesn't.
Because you're not going to, you know, heal in some sense if you're just going to hide it, bottle it up, because it will explode. And that's what happened to me. It exploded in the end because I held it in for so long. So, you know, I want to help others that are kind of in the same boat.
That's noble and commendable, mate. And why not? If you've got a gift, use it to utilise and to help others as well, not just yourself, which is a great gift to have. Going back to the music a little bit, what's the creative process like? What comes first, the music or the lyrics?
Oh, that's a hard question, man. Because I'll sit down in it. Sometimes I can write without the beat. So I'll just walk around town, or I'll be going for a walk on my own, or something like that. And I'll just be writing in my phone. And then when I get home, I always write a song on paper. I write lyrics in a phone if I'm out, because I don't carry a pad around all the time. But it's mainly. But it's usually the first 10, 15 seconds of a beat that will proper inspire a song. So if I'm on my own and I've got beats sent to me, or I'm listening to some random beat, and like the first 10, 15 seconds is how I'm gonna know if I'm gonna write a whole song and proceed to actually release something under that. So usually like the first 10, 15 seconds is really important. Or if I'm gonna sit down and actually plan to write a song, you know, that's my favorite thing to do, is sit there, empty pad, it's blank. Beats plays, and I'm just sit back for a bit, and then first lyric. As soon as I got the first lyric, that's the most important thing as well. It's the first lyric. If I can't think of the first lyric, and it's going to be a bad day. But first lyric, and then I'm off, and then I'll go from there. But I always start like first is the first verse. This is how I write my song. So first is the first verse, and then the hook. Then I'll write 2 more verses afterwards. So it's not like some people start with a hook first, write around the hook, or da-da-da-da. I do it second, the hook second, first verse has to hit first.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Going back to one of your previous songs, Eye in the Sky, I know it's very personal to you. I listened to it a few times actually, and I can resonate with it because of my nan. You know, I know it's very personal. Was it the heartache or the emotion that took, you know, quite a long time for you to get to that point to write the lyrics to the song? And how was the process for you writing that song, because it was so personal to you?
Well, it took me 9 years to write it. So it was that is my most painful song. Like, and I kind of wish I'd waited to release it a little bit and maybe made like a music video or something like that, because it was so, I don't know, it was something, I still try and ignore what it is. You know, there's a bigger picture to what you could hear on that song, because my nan, like, that was my mother figure, because I didn't have a mum. You know, I grew up without a mum, so she took me in. She had custody of me for a few years, the first few years of my life. And our bond was just like no other. Like, obviously you might agree, like you and your nan's bond, or some, you know, like it was mine and hers. Like that was the love of my life, like the mother figure, the angel in my life. So she kept me on my feet. You know what I mean? She actually spoke to me in like a motivational way. She told me things about life, like, you know, and that no one else in my family or friends did. So yeah, she was very close, and then to get taken away from me, you know, it's still early, like she was only like 68 when she died, and it was so sudden when it happened. Like, she just got up and that was it. She went to the toilet and bang, she was gone. Like, she collapsed. So it's a bit sudden, but yeah, so I was angry for a very, very long time, and that's when her death is what sparked, like, I'm not blaming it on her, but her death sparked a lot of downhill. From there on, I had no one to guide me or anything, so I was losing control. I was getting fights, I was going in gangs, I was doing this and that, and yeah, so it kind of spiked from there, and then it got really bad. But I thought, to get to the song, I thought I needed to do it. You know, it was on my mind, and obviously where I was doing that sort of album thing that I was trying to do, that was a part of my anxiety and my mental health and stuff like. So I think that's why I wrote Eye in the Sky. And yeah, I enjoyed the song. I'm glad I wrote it in the end because it's always been on my mind.
It's a powerful song, and I think a lot of people would resonate with that.
Yeah,
and the lyrics and the power behind it.
Yeah,
I did anyway.
Yeah,
really good.
Yeah.
Really, really personal and emotive track. And this is the music, well, personally, I like to listen to because you can always go through a generic, this generic rap music, like, mumble rappers, whatever you want to call them. Like, here's what it is. It's like, drop me out. I listen to a lot of music. If you could speak to your younger self, what would you say to him, Danny?
Don't be an idiot.
Straight up, yeah.
Yeah, don't be an idiot. Like, you know what I mean? I'd probably tell there's a lot of things that are about to hit you in the face. Just, chill. You know what I mean? Like, chill and deal with it in a different manner to the way I did. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Yeah.
We'd like to throw in a couple of random questions, just to lighten the load a little bit. And one of them is, what's the dumbest thing you've ever done? What's the one?
Where do I start?
I was thinking, I'm sure Danny's done a few dumb things.
I swear, like, I'm great at lyrics and music and that, but I'm not the sharpest tool in the box. I've done some stupid things in my life. I've done, I don't even know, to be fair, to pick one out. Oh, man. I don't even know, man. Like, I mean, there's things that I should have, like, known at 27 years old that I am now. That probably, like, have you ever heard of, like, people laughed at me? I'm just going to tell this story in it because people laugh their heads off at me. But you know their place, IKEA? Yeah, well, I spent 20 odd years thinking that was a terrorist organisation.
Really?
Yeah, and obviously I said, like, someone said something about IKEA, and I was just like, what are you talking about IKEA for? Like sort of thing. They're like, what do you mean? I was like, that's a terrorist organisation. That's Al Qaeda, Dan. Like, and I spent 27 years thinking that. Like, IKEA. What was the other one? Oral. I thought Oral was. I don't know if I can say it, to be fair, but I thought because it said oral on the toothpaste and that, so I went to my missus, like, what I'm putting that up there. No, Dan, that's oral's not that. It's in your mouth. So I come up with really dumb shit, you know what I mean? So sorry, I swore.
Yeah, that's right. I'll never look at toothpaste the same again. So,
it said oral on it, and obviously I looked at my missus like, what? Like,
well, that's fair enough. I think that answers that question, Dan.
Yeah, there's a lot more than that, but I'll just go with them two ones. You know what I mean?
Oh, mate, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That is too much. IKEA.
Yeah.
Quality. All right, mate. Right, now, getting on to the album ready scenario, because, when a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, you was looking to potentially, when we set up this interview, basically, you was like, the album's going to drop potentially, blah, blah, blah. I thought, good touch.
I was so in it, yeah.
And then, it comes to, you said, I'm not album ready. And, like, personally, I was quite disappointed.
Yeah, a lot of people were.
I was pissed, right? Yeah. Because I was like, because I know excuse my French, because I know, and I was like, really, is he really not album ready? And I was a little bit disappointed. Obviously, you got your own reasons, and we're going to speak about that. But why is that? Why did you get to that conclusion? Why?
Well, first things first. Obviously.
I wanted to shake you, Danny, man. I was like, you are album ready, Danny.
I knew that. That's why, because I kind of thought it was kind of a long time. I knew it was coming, that I was going to have to not do it for a couple of weeks. But I knew what held it off was just like, for one, I needed to be 100%, and for two, I know what the people are waiting for, and I know they're going to be disappointed. So like, it was kind of like, oh man, like. But yeah, no, I wrote the whole thing. Like, the whole album's done. You know, I mean, not mixed and mastered done, but written, recorded. And yeah, man, I there was something missing in me. There was something went right. I sat there, listened to it all the way through. And it just weren't right. So I thought, you know what, I need to take sort of second opinions, man. So I needed to get some second opinions. So I went to some like UK rap legends and had a word with them. And they kind of, people think, like, when I spoke to other people and said, like, I spoke to these legends, and it was like, yeah, but you can't listen to them. Like, and even they said, don't listen to me, this is just my opinion. But they told me what I already knew. That's when I knew it was over at that point, just for now. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what it is. I think I rushed it a bit too much. Like, people might not think that, but I rushed into it too much, I think. Not only that, I think that there's hits on the album, like all the songs are great, but I haven't got the fan base, all behind me, yeah. And I think it would be a wasted. So I know they could go back to it in the future, depending on how big I blow up. But they're missing it now. They'll miss it now, and it won't be as. I'd have been long moved on by then. You know what I mean? I'd have been on other stuff and doing this and that, so it wouldn't really matter too much to me. So I kind of wanted to hold all this off, and I'm saying so much in this album that at some point I'm not going to have nothing left to say. You know what I mean? And then and it's going to be repetitive. I'm going to be repeating myself. I don't want to be repeating myself.
So basically, what you're saying is, well, the impression I get is you're putting it on hold in a minute.
Yeah. It will be a lot different when it comes to that. Obviously, you know, when I do bring an album out, it might not be that album. You know, until I'm ready. But it needs to be. I need to be really smart about what I'm doing. I'm not someone that rushes out music all the time. Like,
for the sake of it,
yeah. I've been really inconsistent over the last few years, you know what I mean? But there is a reason to being inconsistent. It's not, I'm not trying to be inconsistent. It's not that I can't be bothered. It's just that I concentrate so much on my art and I care for it so much that I want it to be somewhat perfect. Obviously nothing's perfect, but you know what I mean? Perfect enough for me to be happy with it. You know
that's fair enough. So, yeah. And it takes a brave person to say, actually, hold on a minute, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to wait.
Yeah, literally.
And that's fair play to you. And, you know, whether people
even
like
if
it or not.
I do pee a lot of people off.
But anyway, that's another story, isn't
exactly, yeah.
Well, thanks for that. Thanks for that insight, because I was wondering. I was I need to ask him about this.
That's fine, man. I knew it was coming.
Right, the dreaded influences question. I hate this question so much, asking like my people and artists. I despise it, but you have to ask it. I think I know who your influences are because I think we spoke before. But influences, who influences you? Within music, it could be, you know, outside of music. But
Crooked Eye, Royce the 5'9", and Eminem. Yeah. They're my three major influences, but I have a lot. Like NWA, you know, Rakim, J. Cole, even like Kendrick Lamar. All of them fall into that sort of, but them three that I mentioned at the top are my top three. Crooked Eye is my favourite rapper. Yeah, just because his metaphors, his flows, he's old school but he's new school, and he's got the whole package, man. And he's very knowledgeable when it comes to hip hop. He's got a lot of knowledge, so I like even just listen to his interviews and stuff like that, man. It breeds like new insight for me as well.
Random question, Danny. 1950s gangsters. If you could be a 1950s gangster, what one would you be?
1950s? Oh, I don't know if I know. It was, when were the Craze around?
Yeah, that's the right genre.
Is it? Yeah, I'll go with the Craze then, innit? Yeah,
definitely. Ronnie or Reggie? Yeah.
Oh, who's the crazy one? Ronnie?
Ronnie.
Ronnie. Yeah.
How would I guess? If I had to guess what one he would have picked, it would have been that one.
Yeah. I like the craziness, like it's a thrill. I watch all their films, man. I love all the films and that. So
quality. Yeah, we like to just throw in some random ones.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's all good because we don't like to be generic here. So, Danny, what sets you apart from other rappers? What do you think sets you apart?
Not much. No, I'm joking. I don't know, man. Like, I have positives and negatives. For positives is that I'm young, but I know what the golden era. So, like, I've researched a lot and studied a lot of the golden era. So that's where I get a lot of my influence from, as you probably can hear, like on that review that you did. That you picked out a lot of the rappers, both you did, picked out a lot of the rap, like Wu-Tang Clan and all that. Like, I know all of those guys. When not many people my age that are rappers, kind of, you don't see that. It's like they ignore that and they just go and do what they want to do, you know what I mean? So I have a lot of study behind me. The negative is that sets me apart is I get too comfortable in my own zone, and like sometimes I don't leave my comfort zone, when sometimes they're actually good to, especially at the age I am now, because music's evolved a lot. So yeah, man, I think I've just got I'm still finding myself now, you know what I mean? So I will be crossing over a few more than what I used to like to. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
And it's good to get in a comfort zone, you know. Sometimes that's where the real change happens, you know.
Yeah.
It's easy being comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, you get complacent, don't you, in comfortability. But yeah, that's interesting. Just another leading question, you know, into that about your style of music. How would you describe your style of music? Because obviously, you know, people who don't know about rap, they just think, oh, it's all the same.
Yeah,
you know,
no, it's not the same. Yeah.
Exactly, we know that.
Yeah.
So what describes your style?
90 BPM, that's about it. That's what I can say, 90 BPM. You know what I mean? But there's, again, like, that was my comfort zone. So things are going to change. Like, people, you know, I could say that old school right now, I'm old school hip hop. Like, I'm the emotional, deep, angry, you know, there's a lot of emotive language in my music. So, but I'm going to be experimenting for now and crossing over into a few other things. And yeah, just trying everything really.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to listening to what's coming up for you next. If you could collaborate with any artist, who would it be, Danny?
Crooked Eye.
Okay, straight away. I couldn't even finish the question. Okay, that's fair enough. Anyone else?
UK wise, Rhym3z, because his lyrical ability is madness,
yeah,
and
definitely.
he can still hit them bangers as well. But he's always on par with his lyrics. Gets from the UK, I love Gets, man. Devlin, because I see similarities between me and Devlin.
Definitely.
He's a lot better than me, but yeah. Obviously Eminem, but that's obviously a mad one. You know what I mean? Like that's could happen. Could, you know, it's not something I'd leave my hope on, but yeah, sort of like them. Yeah, I think that's about Jay-Z. Obviously, I love Jay-Z, man. But yeah, probably along them lines.
Quality. What band artist is your guilty pleasure outside of it? Like sort of.
I love country music, man.
Really?
I love country music, man. Like, people laugh at me, and I've got a secret playlist of country music.
Is Dolly Parton on there?
Nah. See, Dolly Parton was like my nan's thing, so I used to listen
Okay,
to her
fair
just because of nan's thing in it. But like Mitchell Tenpenny, I love Tim McGraw. I absolutely love. Jordan Davis, Russell Dickerson, sort of like that. I've got all of that in my playlist. Yeah, I
don't know
love
any of
country
them.
music.
Oh, sorry, no, I don't know these people. Sorry,
You've got to check them out, man.
I will
They're
do.
great.
I will.
Yeah.
I'll check them out.
Yeah,
I was like,
great,
who
man.
are these people?
It's just
But,
great, relaxing music, man. It makes you happy. You know what I mean? It's got that happy wop. You know what I mean? So yeah, like, I'm walking out and I have country music in my ears.
You need to do a mashup, you know, a rap country.
Oh,
sort of-
I've already touched on that.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've already been cooking up some stuff,
There you go.
mixing influences and that. Yeah.
Quality. Okay, so we've got you've got an event coming up, the Plug Factory. Can you tell us about that? What is that? What is it about?
Yeah, well, it's an event that's going on 6th of November at Margate, Olby's Cafe. It's got several really good local artists on it, like Wordsmith Flip, Frets, myself, and a couple more, obviously. And yeah, basically, like, yeah, it's my first event anyway from before COVID, so I'm kind of nervous, excited but nervous, because obviously it's been like nearly 2 years since I last performed, so I can't remember the feeling, but I'm looking forward to doing it. But yeah, it's going to be a great show out. I think tickets are are they on sale now? On sale now, how much? £5.
£5 for the ticket.
So if anyone can,
We'll put the
grab
link in the
them.
description below of the event and we'll promote it and we'll speak about it. So all the information, is that right? All the information will be there. And I'm trying to blag some free tickets so I can go there and interview some artists for the day. Anyway, so cha-ching. No, I'm joking. So that's good. All right, Danny, we're coming to the end of the interview. What's next for Danny Rhym3z? What's next?
A lot. A lot of pressure, a lot of hard work, a lot of grinding, a lot of things I have to work on, but I'm going to get there and you're going to see a Danny Rhym3z that you've never seen before.
Well, that's good. And I just want to say congratulations. You've got a little one on the way.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
So,
I'm excited.
Yeah?
Yeah, nervous, excited as well. Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. And, you know, we can't end the interview without speaking about beloved Arsenal. So,
Okay. Yeah.
listen, I couldn't. I wasn't going to mention it. I thought, no, I'm not going to lower the tone of the interview.
No.
But you're a massive Arsenal fan.
I'm
Danny.
a massive Arsenal fan.
So, you know, how do you think it's going with the Gunners? And what do you think of the manager?
I know what you think of the manager.
Arteta out.
Yeah. Yeah, hashtag. I don't know yet. I'm really, I've never been this trapped on a manager before. I've never been this stuck. Because usually I'm either out or in, you know, and I grew up with Wenger.
Yeah.
Like, so I've been an Arsenal supporter since I was 4 years old. So 1998, you know what I mean? So I've only ever known Wenger up until 2018. Emery came in. And within like a few months, I was already out of it. I could see it. But with Arteta, there's something there. But I swear, he's trying to find himself. I think he's like me as an artist. He's trying to find what's right for Arsenal, I think, and the team. And there's a lot of players. There's still players there from Wenger's era, man, that need to be gone. And I understand it's hard to get rid of them because they're so crap. You know what I mean? But
he did spend 150 million pounds in the summer.
Yeah.
He's got his own players. He's got Anyway, I don't want to.
There is a lot. There's a lot. But you know, we're still better than Tottenham. You know, so I think.
What do you think of Tottenham? Anyway,
shit.
Anyway, everyone just went. Anyway, we're going to get trolled big time now. But no, look.
Troll away
with Arteta. You know, it is what it is. Should someone be on work experience on the third biggest club in the country? Because
I understand that he's very inexperienced in the manager's seat, but he still learnt from Pep.
I know, but you know, Steve Bold was next to Arsene Wenger for that many years. You know, look. Yeah,
I think, to be fair, I think if it depends on this season. My thing would be on this season. So if we finish the same as last season, last 2 seasons.
8th,
then.
So if we don't get into Europe,
we have to be in Europe next season.
But if we don't get him into Europe, I mean, not the conference rubbish.
No. I mean,
Tottenham League thing.
Europa League at least first, and then the Champions League. And when we get into Europa League, I expect us to win it.
Do you think it would last? Do you think it will last at the end of the season, Arteta?
Yeah, I reckon it will last this season.
Do you rate Granit Xhaka?
I'm 50-50 again on Granit Xhaka. Sometimes he impresses me, but then other times I want to dash my phone at him. Do you know what I mean? Like,
do you know, I lost all respect.
Same as Pepe.
I lost all respect for him when he threw the Arsenal shirt on the floor and told
he
the
was
fans to
captain
do
as well. He told us all off.
That's it.
Yeah. But Pepe's annoying me at the same time at the moment.
Pepe is very annoying.
But on a high note, I rate Saka and Smith Rowe, mate.
Yeah, Smith Rowe's a baller, isn't he?
Definitely,
but,
man.
Yeah, we have to have a bit of Arsenal speak. But yeah, up the Gunners, Arteta out. But
Arteta maybe.
Yeah. But look, thanks for coming down, Danny.
Yeah,
really
thank you for
appreciate
having me,
it, mate. It's been great interview and very insightful.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it, mate.
Yeah.
Thank you. You've been watching That's Your Opinion, Not Mine with Tez and Chris. Tez has been floating about in the background somewhere. So we'll be back next week. So until next week, it's a peace out from me.
Yeah, peace out from me.
Laters.
Winning.
No longer have to state my name. Just call me, I don't know, Dope Boy or something.
No, I'm becoming dope boy. I can say I'm dope boy.